Welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's your favorite PO, the one you want to see and not the one you have to see. Taking that first drug test at probation can be crazy. You don't have to take it from me. Listen to him.
So, in that video you see, right? Y'all probably like, what type of restroom is that? Why y'all got mirrors? Is that in the men's restroom? No, that's in probation.
The thing that most people struggle with on probation is drug tests. And the thing that I did not like to do most as a PO is administer drug tests, because you have to go in there with the person and see their whole business. That was, I can give y'all a whole story time on administering drug tests. If y'all want to see that, comment down below, let me know. I'll do a whole video dedicated to what it's like giving a drug test, okay? And all about my first time catching someone with fake urine. Something that people new to probation don't really know is that that probation officer is going in the restroom with you, and you do have to show all of your business to them. There are mirrors in the restroom, that way the PO can see all angles, like a whole 360. In my area, if you come to probation and you provide a sample that's not yours, that's not your urine, that is a violation of probation, but it is also a new charge. So don't risk it. I always tell people it is better to take the violation of having a positive drug test versus trying to bring in fake urine and you get caught and you get a whole new charge. Don't do that. The tests can be read instantly in the office, so the officer will be able to see what is in your urine. Now, it's up to you if you want to admit to whatever comes up on this test or not. If you don't want to admit, typically the probation officer will submit the sample to be tested in a laboratory. And then, your options are very limited after that. If you admit in the office, it does save money. Not in every jurisdiction, but where I work, you had to pay for every drug test. It was $20 for every single drug test, okay? Now, if you want to send it to the lab, that's an additional fee that is imposed on you. So I would always tell people, just tell me the truth. It's gonna save me some time, it's gonna save you some time, and it's gonna save you some money as well. Now, once the sample comes back from the lab, the officer will be able to see the level of each drug that is in your system. Are there false positives? That is very much true. There could be a false positive. If you get a positive test in the office and you know you have not done anything, ask them to send it to the lab. One thing about these tests that the probation officers use is that the sensitivity levels is different from the ones that you would get at a drugstore or something from Amazon. The levels are different, so make sure that you're checking that. So you could be positive at home and you can get to probation and be negative, or vice versa. So yes, taking those tests from the local drugstore could be beneficial, but don't rely too heavily on it because, like I said, the levels can be different. In addition to the sensitivity of this test being different from those tests that you get at your local drugstore, it's also different from the laboratory that the probation office sends the urine sample off to. Those lab results or those lab tests are typically even more sensitive. What does that mean? That means that the lab is able to detect smaller traces of the drug or alcohol in urine versus the cup. A lot of people take these tests in the office and there's a faint line for a negative result. In my experience, if there's a faint line there for negative, it's negative. No matter how faint or how dark it is, if I can see something, that's going to count as a negative result. Typically, a probation officer will show you the cup and show you what drugs are positive, and then you have that time to explain yourself or to deny it. Also, a temperature strip on the cup so the officer can see whether or not this sample is valid or not. Now, I did give some of these exact drug tests away on my Facebook, so if you're not following me on Facebook, the link will be in the description box, or you can go to Facebook, type in your favorite PO, and my page should pop up, okay? Let me just put a little screenshot right here so you can see it. So I do give these away periodically, and I mail them out, no expense, free of charge, so don't worry about paying for it. Just because I really think this comes in handy for some people. The thing I like about the instant cup is that you can give the person the results right then and there. You don't have to go home and be worried like, am I positive? Am I clean? You know what I'm saying? If your test comes back positive and the officer sends it to the lab, they typically will not call you with a negative or positive result. You would have to call them and ask them, okay, what's my test, positive or negative? Usually they'll wait until you come back for your next appointment and they'll let you know the result. And I always tell people no news is good news. So if you don't hear from them, more than likely your test is negative. If for some reason you can't provide the sample, like you have a shy bladder, the urine is not coming out, you will have to sit in the lobby. I will make people sit in the lobby until we close for the day. And if you still can't submit the sample, you come right back in the morning because it has to be done. I had a client that could not use the restroom in front of somebody. So I had to take him in front of the judge. The judge ordered him to get a drug patch. So he had to pay for the patch. It was a weekly drug patch. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. I'll probably put a screenshot of it here on the screen. In addition to the drug patch, he would also have to do the in-office breathalyzer to test for alcohol. He had to keep the drug patch for the duration of his probation, which was about, if I remember correctly, it was about 3 months. And that drug patch can get expensive, okay? I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I am posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless, you know, the Wi-Fi just don't Wi-Fi in my house. But yeah, I'm gonna just expect the videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have something that you want me to talk about specifically, make sure you put a comment down below, because I read everybody's messages and I'm making the videos that you want to see, stuff that's helpful to y'all. And as always, if you have a situation that you would like to speak with me one-on-one about, that link will also be in the description box for you to book a call with me. So until next time, guys, stay safe. Bye.